For 3 decades, Will Smith was Hollywood's golden boy, the fresh prince who conquered TV, music, and the box office. Charming, bankable, loved worldwide. Then came 2022, the Academy Awards, and one moment that changed everything. Will Smith walked onto the stage and slapped comedian Chris Rock. The internet exploded. Sponsors panicked. Memes went viral. Overnight, the man who symbolized success became a global scandal. This is the rich and reckless story of Will Smith. The rise, born and raised in West Philadelphia, Will Smith first captured public attention as the Fresh Prince, a rapper whose charm, wit, and lyrical skill quickly turned him into a cultural phenomenon. Hits like Summertime and Gettin' Jiggy With It. It not only earned him Grammy Awards, but also established him as a household name, bridging the worlds of music, television, and pop culture with ease. In 1990, Will made the leap to television with The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Instantly, his charisma, humor, and authenticity resonated with audiences across generations. The show's blend of comedy and heartfelt storytelling made Will more than a rapper. It made him a beloved TV personality. Hollywood soon took notice, and movie offers began rolling in. The 1990s and early 2000s marked Will Smith's domination of the big screen. Blockbusters like Independence Day, Men in Black, and I, Robot cemented his status as Mr. July. The actor who could reliably draw massive audiences during the summer movie season. His natural charisma and versatility allowed him to transition effortlessly between genres, action, sci-fi, and comedy, making him a rare Hollywood superstar capable of commanding both critical acclaim and box office success. Beyond blockbuster entertainment, Will sought roles that showcased his dramatic range. In Ali, he embodied the legendary boxer with intensity and depth, earning an Academy Award nomination. The Pursuit of Happiness further demonstrated his ability to carry emotionally complex, Oscar-worthy performances, cementing his reputation as both a box office titan and a critically respected actor. By the 2000s, Will Smith had become a frontrunner for the ultimate Hollywood accolades, combining mass appeal with undeniable talent. For decades, Will Smith's rise seemed unstoppable, a perfect blend of charisma, ambition, and versatility that allowed him to transcend the limitations of music, television, and film. From the streets of West Philadelphia to the world's biggest stages, his trajectory became the blueprint for success in the modern entertainment landscape. The downfall, March 27, 2022, was meant to be the pinnacle of Will Smith's career, a night to celebrate his transformative performance in King Richard. Instead, it became one of the most infamous moments in Oscars history. The evening started with anticipation and glamour, but tension quickly mounted when comedian Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head. Will's initial reaction was a restrained smile, but within seconds, he stormed the stage and delivered a thunderous slap across Rock's face. The words that followed, "Keep my wife's name out your F-ing mouth," echoed across the theater and soon across the world. The room fell into stunned silence. Shockwaves rippled through live television, social media, and global news outlets. Clips of the incident spread like wildfire across TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, turning the moment into a viral spectacle that dominated headlines for days. Public opinion fractured instantly. Some defended Will as a husband protecting his wife, while others condemned the act as a shocking display of violence on one of the world's most prestigious stages. Minutes later, Will returned to the stage to accept his Oscar for Best Actor, tears streaming down his face. Applause filled the theater, yet the celebration felt hollow. The world had already made its judgment. What should have been a career-defining triumph had been overshadowed by a moment of impulsive violence, forever linking Will Smith's legacy to a single, highly publicized misstep. In an instant, the carefully cultivated image of charm, professionalism, and respectability collided with controversy, sparking debates about accountability, celebrity behavior, and the pressures of public life at the highest level. Fallout. The morning after the Oscars, the world awoke not to celebrate Will Smith's Oscar win, but to digest the shocking slap that had dominated global headlines. Social media erupted. Memes, GIFs, and clips flooded platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, each one dissecting the moment from every possible angle. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences launched an investigation almost immediately, taking the incident as seriously as it had celebrated the awards. 2 weeks later, the verdict was delivered. Will Smith received a 10-year ban from attending the Oscars, a historic and symbolic penalty that signaled the magnitude of the fallout. Hollywood's response was swift and decisive. Streaming platforms and studios pulled projects from active development. Netflix shelved plans, while Sony paused Bad Boys 4, leaving production on hold indefinitely. Will, once considered one of the most bankable stars in the industry, suddenly became a reputational liability. A single act in front of millions had upended years of careful career building, turning triumph into controversy in a matter of seconds. The scandal's impact was global. Talk shows, late-night monologues, and news outlets around the world dissected his actions. Fans were divided. Some defended him as a husband standing up for his wife, while others condemned the violence and impulsivity. Even his public apologies were scrutinized for tone and sincerity, the world measuring each word against the magnitude of the act. Hollywood insiders, wary of association, distanced themselves professionally and personally, leaving Will in a complex limbo between punishment, reputation management, and the court of public opinion. A single slap had transformed one of Hollywood's most beloved and universally recognized stars into a cautionary tale about the interplay of fame, anger, and legacy. It was a stark reminder that even icons are vulnerable to instant judgment, and that decades of charm and accomplishment can be overshadowed by one unguarded moment in the spotlight. Consequences. The repercussions of the Oscars slap extended far beyond a single televised moment. Projects were delayed or shelved, partnerships paused, and public trust, once unwavering, was deeply shaken. Will Smith's carefully cultivated image, built over decades on charisma, family values, and broad universal appeal, was fractured. Audiences who had celebrated him for his charm and relatability now struggled to reconcile that persona with a moment of impulsive violence. Late-night comedians and satirical media kept the incident alive for months, weaving jokes, sketches, and commentary into the cultural conversation. Memes proliferated endlessly across social media, ensuring the slap remained a constant reference point in discussions about Will. Even interviews promoting new films inevitably circled back to the question everyone wanted answered: what about the Oscars? No performance, no accolade could fully escape the shadow of that single moment. Even his most loyal fans were divided. Some defended Will, emphasizing his humanity and the instinct to protect his family. Others saw the incident as revealing a side of him that had been hidden beneath decades of charm, professionalism, and public friendliness. In effect, the event left a permanent mark, not measurable in box office numbers, but in reputation and legacy. Apologies, public statements, and carefully curated content could not fully repair the damage. The Mr. Nice Guy image that had once defined him was gone, replaced by a more complex, conflicted figure whose actions and motivations became the subject of endless debate. The incident forced the world to view Will Smith in a new light, a superstar capable of greatness, but also deeply human, flawed, and subject to the same scrutiny as any other public figure. It was a lesson in the fragility of reputation and the lasting consequences of a single, irreversible action on the world stage. Will Smith remains one of Hollywood's richest stars, with decades of hits and a loyal core of fans. But his reputation, built over 30 years, has never fully recovered. His legacy now carries two truths: a superstar who defined a generation, and the actor who shocked the world with one slap. This is Rich and Reckless. Next time, Amanda Bynes, the Nickelodeon darling whose rise and collapse exposed the dark side of child stardom. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, press the subscribe button, and also drop your thoughts in the comment section.